Ago, we showed you a well-known problem homeless camp in Northeast Portland and how nearby businesses think the camp keeps customers away. But there is another camp in the same part of town most of you probably haven't seen. It's on a dead-end road and there's only one home nearby. But the woman who lives there feels isolated and afraid. K2's Angelica Thornton is on your side tonight, showing us why that homeowner is fed up.
It's gotten so bad, exponentially bad over the last year. And I'm just over it.
Jennifer Wilkins has lived on Glass Plant Road for 10 years. She's the resident manager at Acme Storage. That means she lives and works on the property. Wilkins says it used to be quiet, but now she feels like she's living in a post-apocalyptic nightmare.
There was a drive-by shooting here a couple months back, right there. That's 50 feet from my door, 50 feet.
We spent more than a month watching what happens on this stretch of road that leads to the OI glass plant. RVs and campers line the street, along with cars and motorcycles, many of them eventually stripped down. Behind this tarp, what appears to be a chop shop. We saw several cars like this one pull up with no license plate. We also saw drug deals.
Well, I had one customer who had their catalytic converter stolen.
Wilkins has seen it all too. She says last year, 20 catalytic converters were stolen from her customers. So she installed 64 cameras and an electric fence.
7,000 volts, so it'll hurt.
When we first talked to her, she didn't want to be identified in any way. She was worried about retaliation. Then last week, she reached out to us saying she'd had enough.
My breaking point was last night when there was a domestic situation that happened and some guy drove his car into the slough. And I'm like, you know what? This is getting ridiculous. And then right after that, as I'm walking my dog home, I get attacked by a dog that came from one of those camps. And I'm done. I'm just done.
Police confirmed to K2 that a driver was arrested for smashing his car into someone else's car and then pushing one of the cars into the Columbia Slough. The bumper was still in the water days later. Wilkins says she also saw a dead body on the road last week. Portland police confirmed the death investigation, but told us it didn't look criminal.
Honestly, I wasn't even shocked because it's not the first time it's happened. Last year, they pulled a body out of the slough.
Wilkins has called police and fire dozens and dozens of times, and she's reported the camp to the city, but nothing has changed.
What do you need to do to make this stop? I mean, how many people are going to die? It's because at that point, people are dying. What's going to make Ted Wheeler get off his ass and do something?
We asked Mayor Wheeler for an interview on Friday. His office hasn't responded to our request. The city's Office of Management and Finance did send us a statement from a city spokesperson saying the Homelessness and Urban Camping Impact Reduction Program is aware of the site. We have no jurisdiction to remove RVs and vehicles. Our focus remains on reducing the impacts of homelessness by providing services such as resource referral, garbage cleanup, and hygiene access. Team members do not do interviews due to privacy and safety concerns. The Portland Bureau of Transportation has tagged and towed vehicles here, but others just show up and take their spot.
Live it, live it, live it. I dare you. Dare you to come out here for a day, a weekend, leave your phones, electronics, everything at home, bring nothing.
Ashley Myers has lived in her car here since last summer. She's the only one who would talk to us about what it's like. She told us she knows there's some shady stuff happening down the street, but she mostly keeps to herself and no one bothers her. She came here because she thought downtown Portland was too dangerous.
I never saw anything like this in Minnesota, ever. And to see this and now live it firsthand, I'm floored, absolutely floored.
Like, you've got to be joking.
So is Jennifer Wilkins. She says she's tired of watching this crisis get worse, tired of waiting for city leaders to help people like Ashley, tired of being tired, too scared to sleep.
I don't want to feel like I can't leave my house because I'm too afraid to leave. I don't want to feel like I have to go out and have a weapon on me at all times because I'm afraid I'm going to get killed because I left my house. That's not okay. I don't understand how anyone else in this city can think that that's okay.
In Portland, Angelica Thornton, K2 News.
There are homeless camps all along the Columbia Slough. One of them is literally in the slough. Angelica is already working on that story. She's reached out to the agencies in charge to see if anything is being done about it. Keep it on K2 for the very latest development.